It is a season of flood in Accra, in Ghana. And here on the City Newsroom, we've been following the stories for you. I'm in a community called Weija SCC in the Greater Accra region. This is a very dry road, very beautiful structures in the background as you can see. Things look normal and ordinary. That's because I'm speaking to you on a Monday. On Saturday, it rained. And over the months, it's been raining. And when it rains, the pictures don't look good. This is what happens when it rains here at Weija SCC. This is footage from community members who have used their mobile phones to film as the events unfold. You can see people carrying their belongings and moving out of the waterway. This beautiful house that stands behind me was almost submerged from the footage that was sent to us by community members the last time it rained. This road would have become a stream when it rains, even though the picture is different today. So that's the story of Weija SCC when it rains, like you've seen in the footage there. Very horrible indeed. But the residents here would have to live with that for a little more because of the multiple challenges that this community faces. One, the drains, uncovered as they are, the water is stagnant 3 days after the rains. Buildings like the beautiful one you're seeing behind me would be submerged because the drains cannot take the water when it rains. And that is why we see the problem that we see. That is one challenge. Another challenge is that people put up their houses on waterways, specifically in drains. One such house is this behind me. It is a 2-bedroom house of a sort. It's been completed, but it looks unoccupied. We are told this house has been here for more than a year. Reptiles are moving through the water that you see here. There is filth, and the drain itself is completely choked. If you look at the bridge that connects the road that goes above this drain, you would notice the problem is even bigger. There are weeds that have choked the entry and exit points of the drains, and there is also rubbish that has been thrown into the drains.
See, I have a problem I face, and you only here in Kwa. Every main road, a Friday free so I think the erosion not at the bad down. So anytime a main road in be choky, here too, as I was in choky. You see, sometimes it to me Friday a bat up who cross it quite crack. Instead that from back here up to the front there, you can't pass inside. Say who kita kids now, you can't pass inside. It's too much.
Let's go into the houses and speak to some of the residents and community members on what has been happening here so far.
Oh, I just from down from the man me boy. Ajua. Hey. Oh, where do you me ask from down from the man me boy. Na say me where do you me kwen twitwi.
Na twitwi kakra.
Ajua friend eh.
Oh, so oh, true. Mama dad not to marry you. Ah, I think I'll be so.
Go other side though. Other side.
As you can see, this is my room. And this is the wall. That is between here and the water. So my building is being built within the walls. She never gave any borderline to build it. So behind this one, that is where the huge water is.
That's where the drain is.
Yeah, that's where the drain is. So the moment it drains, it just comes into my room.
So it enters through the window, or how does it enter your room?
No, from the floor. Because already, as you can see, the floor has been absorbed by water.
Okay.
So that is it.
It's damp.
It's damp.
How long have you been here for?
I've been here for over 1 year.
And prior to coming here, you didn't have a clue what the...
Yeah, because it was a new structure. So that is it.
Is moving out the last...
Yeah, that is the best I can do.
So where are you going to?
Well, I'm going to Weija, top base.
Is that any better?
Yeah. That place is on a hill, I think, on a bit hill or whatever. So I thought that place is...
But is your rent over? What are you going to do?
Oh, my rent is not due, but I'm taking my balance so that I can go.
Is she willing to pay you that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll just watch you gather your things. Thank you. So the fallout of the rains from Saturday, this lady here is packing her things out. I see that you have some book in the polythene bag. It looks wet.
Yeah, that's my project work, but I've dried it up.
But it's not destroyed.
Oh, a bit. Since it's ink in it,
You're still watching City Newsroom on City TV. Now, what you see in this shot looks like an ordinary fence wall that is broken. And if you look at the ground, you would think someone planted that grass for decorative purposes. But that's not the situation. You would only know that that grass is on water if I am able to stir it a bit. Pick a stone and throw it in there, and you notice it's water, which means this house covered with water. Frogs are having a field day in this green water. The people who live here have wittingly or unwittingly erected a bridge that you would have to walk on to enter the house. So this is how much space they have to leave. And this whole area is water. I do not know how deep. I'm going to walk in and see if I can speak to family members here. Someone is responding from inside. But there's something curious. To be demolished by 1st April 2021. That's what is written on this wall. Another one says final warning to be demolished before 14th June 2021. 14th May 2021. That was when the instruction was given, and the demolition is supposed to happen of this particular house by 14th June 2021. So what I noticed is that all the rooms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are unoccupied. There's a woman, though, who is living in this particular one. She says to us she's just a temporary settler here. She says to me that this house has been marked for demolition. All tenants have left. She happens to have come to town looking for accommodation, and someone asked her to put up here while she waits for the D-Day before she moves out. Funny, though, the D-Day is supposed to be on the 14th of June, 2021. That D-Day is since long past. Nothing had happened. But it's not green grass or any greenery at all that has been planted for either decorative purposes or for protecting the environment. It is because this house is waterlogged, and this whole area is actually water but covered by green weeds. And this is the evidence. So it's actually very deep. This is how deep this metal goes when I put it down there. We don't know what animals are down here, but most likely reptiles will be having a field day. I already heard frogs singing as though it was a choir of frogs in the background from these weeds here. And that may explain why the house is unoccupied and why the assemblies have to move in and intervene, which intervention has since expired, and we do not know why. They are yet to come in and operate.
About 2 months ago, we were able to demolish some structures along the spillway. We were able to pull down not less than 15 houses and structures. We were able to put everything down. And that gave a way to dredge, where when it rains, we are not getting reports.
But we have seen one house that has been marked for demolition, I think it is 16th or 20th of June. It's gone past that date, and the building is still standing there. There's even an occupant.
The work is still ongoing. So how much we get there? And when we get there, we'll pull it down to be able to get that area drained nicely.
People would always say that you slept on the job as local assembly. You should have prevented these houses from being put up in the first place. How did they get put up?
Somebody will say a building will not be just put up within a day. But we have some recalcitrant people. They are able to do that. At the weekends and any other day, you will see them going. And the municipal chief executive and the works department will go there and mark, stop work. And we will see the work still going on there. That is why now we are pulling such structures down, So those that are up there, we know when we get there, we will put every structure on the waterway down.